President Cyril Ramaphosa has been in an office for 100 days, just almost. Tomorrow he should be concluding that milestone. Last week, the Democratic Alliance scored the president 6 out of 10. But how do political pundits score Ramaphosa? Well, to help us understand that, we're joined in this afternoon in the studio by political analyst Karima Brown. Karima, good afternoon and thank you very much. Very strange talking to you in the afternoon. Normally we talk on morning news today, yes. But I'm standing in for Jeremy Maggs this Friday afternoon on Newsday. So you got me, not Jeremy. The overriding sense, just overall, Ramaphosa, nearly 100 days tomorrow. How has he done? Just overall, quickly.
Look, I think there is no doubt that this man has an unenviable task. He has the difficult responsibility of rebuilding confidence in the South African economy. He has to, of course, stabilize key state departments. He has to convince the electorate that his party is still the party of choice. He's got an election in less than, 18 months. And, of course, he's got to attract all of this investment, the $100 billion US amounting to close to $1 trillion South African rands. So he's got a lot on his plate. But what is really interesting is the confidence that has accompanied his election from day one. I mean, we were all there, Dan, in Nasrec when that result came in, after those tense moments of waiting. We saw that tear coming. He was slightly overcome. He's done, remarkable things in a very short space of time. There are areas that he can do better. Let's look at what he's done really well. He sacked 10 cabinet ministers to begin with. And of course, the way in which he was appointed, he couldn't wholesale, get rid of the cabinet because President Zuma, of course, resigned voluntarily. He didn't have to be voted out of office. So it's an inherited cabinet. But I think he made very sure that some of the worst offenders, alleged offenders of people who were essentially sucking on the teat of patronage were gotten rid of. Your Mosibenzi Zwanis, your Mutambis, your Des van Rooyens, etc.
And he also shifted some of the individuals in that cabinet to different portfolios.
Yes, but they could do less harm. I mean, if you look at someone like Batabile Dlamini in the women's ministry, we've now seen, for example, the movement around the relationship, the different relationship between SASSA and, of course, Cash Paymaster Services, because Susan Shabangu is now, of course, in that place. The other thing, of course, that he has done is the appointment of Pravin Gordhan to Minister of Public Enterprises. We saw the dramatic announcements yesterday, 3 major ailing airlines merging into one. We know that, of course, there are safety concerns at SA Express. We know there are cash liquidity issues at SAA. Eskom is not out of the woods as yet, even though they've been able to raise 45 billion rand so far. And of course, Denal, we know, is bankrupt. And the new boards have been put together. But it's one thing to rescue institutions. It's another to make them grow and to create systems.
And I guess that's going to be the challenge going into the future. Nobody's under any illusion. It's going to be a journey. Yes. It's a long time. But he started off well. Inside the ANC, how well is he doing inside the party? I mean, just on the back, I'm asking this on the back of this week's Supra Mahumapilu's resignation.
Well, I think what is really critical is, of course, this is an NEC weekend. The National Executive Committee actually sits this weekend in marking this 100 days. They sit, on a monthly basis. So the big question that this NEC will have to address is whether the Suprema Mapela that has retired early at the age of 49 is going to also stop being the party boss in the Northwest. As you know, the party system gives him enormous power. It is the provincial executive that chooses the 3 candidates that gets named as potential replacements. So if he remains as
the chair,
he has considerable power. So the big question is, will the NEC, which is the only structure that can make that decision, in fact dissolve that provincial PEC in the Northwest? Yeah. And that's going to be one of the critical issues. And it will give you a sense of the balance balance of forces and whether it's beginning to tip in the favor of Mr. Ramaphosa.
Yeah, so overall, I mean, for the country, we wait a little bit more, and it looks like he's tackling those tough issues within the ANC. And as we conclude, Karima, I want to wish you all the best for The Fix, the new program on eNCA that we've been promoting, that's starting at 7 p.m. on Sunday.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
Good luck, and definitely I'll be watching.
Thank you very much.
All the best. Thank you very much,
Dan.
Karima.